everybody, welcome back to the Headbangers Hideout. Long time no see. It's good to be back. Real quick, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell because we do upload videos every single day. Today is a long requested guitar tone. I just call this Icon Flanger, as you can see on the screen, because it's a heavy flanging tone. Heavily flanging tone that Icon was known for back in 1984. Now, is this tone exact? No, but it's in the vicinity. So we're going to play with the flanger when we get to that parameter. We're going to play with it. Some people may say it's too much or not enough, so we're going to play with the flanger. All right, real fast, I'm using the Boss eBAND JS-10, which has the Boss GT100 effects processor built into it. Look at the screen. I'll get you there in the vicinity. And look at my knob positionings. If you don't have my numberings, if I go to 100, but yours goes to 10, you go to 10. Alright, that's pretty much it. This is a tone that I came up with because I love Icon, so I've been following a lot of Icon. And I'm like, I want to get this tone, so I got as close as I could. I'm very happy with it, and I'm happy to share it with you. And then lastly, on my playlist, you'll see all my custom guitar tones. They're all yours for you to dial in, play with, have fun, tweak them, make them better if you can. If you can make my tones better, let me know. But I don't think you can. Alright, let's do a quick little demo. This is what it sounds like. I'm just going to be noodling around while I show you the settings on the screen, alright? So let's just hear what it sounds like, as you already heard in the demo, but now in real time. What do you think? What do you think? All right, let's see what we have here. All right, let's go into our screen real fast. I obviously have an amp. I'm using a compressor, Overdrive Distortion, and I have a noise gate and EQ. I'm using obviously a flanger tone. That's where we're going to get our tone. And then I have the Icon delay. So it's massive, but it'll be drowned out with the drums and bass if you want to jam along with the album. And then I have reverb, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Now in the amp modeling, Boss Roland has an amp that they designed. So this is, they call this extreme lead. And by their definition, an extreme lead amp is an, oops, I just dropped my pick. An extreme lead is an original stack amp with even frequency response. So it's not modeled after anything, but they just happen to call this particular amp extreme lead. So whatever amp model you do have, pretty much it's an original stack amp with even frequency. So just basically use any stacked amp with a lot of gain, because this has a lot of gain. And you can try that. If you want to use a Marshall, Hughes and Kettner, 5150 PV, whatever you want to use, go for it. Because again, this is just the amp that I chose from all my amps because I like the way it sounded. But if you have a better amp you want to try out with these settings, go for it. All right. So there is my amp model. It's called Extreme Lead, and there's my gain and my effect level. Don't come for me if I'm playing the song wrong. It doesn't matter how I'm playing the song. You want the tone. Oh, I love Icon, right? What's next? Next in my chain, I have bass at 44, my middle is at 35, my treble is at 60, and my presence is at 0. if you don't have this on your, if you don't have this, don't worry about it. It will not affect your tone. But my T comp is on and it's at 0. All right. What's next? Oops, I moved my phone. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. I am using the compressor, as you can see in the bottom right. It's on. I have a different camera now for my eBAND. So real fast, there is my compression settings, my saturation, my sustain, my attack, my tone, and my level. Sounds good. All right, what's next? I am using the Overdrive Distortion. In this case, I'm using a tube screamer, Ibanez tube screamer. So go ahead and click it on, whatever overdrive you have, but I'm choosing an Ibanez tube screamer. There is my drive. It's at 34. My bottom is at 0. My tone is at 0, and my effect level is at 50. I love it. What's next? My noise gate is right in the middle. It's right at 50, so there is my noise gate, my threshold. Now I am using EQ, obviously, so my low gain is at 0, high gain is at 0, and my effect level is at 4. Now if I turn the EQ off right now, this is what it sounds like without the EQ. Because you may say, I don't want EQ. So if I turn the EQ off, this is how it sounds like. I see my effect level is at 4. I just turned everything off. I also have some gain in the EQ. So if you choose not to use EQ, then turn up your amp volume to compensate for it. Because right now, without the EQ on, here's my volume. I'm going to put the EQ back on, so here's the difference in the volume. So EQ is optional for you. Again, if you don't want to use EQ, you don't have to. Turn up your amp volume if you're not going to use EQ. I have EQ, so that's why my amp volume is where it is, and that's why I have +4 on my EQ. Get it? Either or. All right. What's next in my EQ chain? My low mid frequency is at 1.25, low mid Q at 1, and low mid gain at 5. What's next? There is my high mid frequency at 1.6, high mid Q at 4, high mid gain at +3. What's last? In the EQ, there's my low cut and my high cut. They're both at flat. Alright, we're almost done with this tone. Again, this is a fun tone. The EQ is optional. Now, here is where obviously the meat and potatoes is with the flanger. So let's go ahead and tweak the flanger. We're going to play with some of the settings. So obviously, activate your flanger. If I turn the flanger off, this is the tone without the flanger. And it's no longer icon. it's okay, nothing great, right? But you turn on the icon flanger, it has character, it makes it pop. It's really good. I like it. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. For my icon flanger tone, I have the rate at 34, my depth at 52, my resonance at 22, and my manual at 78. All right. Now this is it. Obviously. You hear that swoosh, that swoosh. You can have it quicker or lessened. I barely hear it, but I hear it. I may have too much. It may be just right. I kept my tone the way it is. Well, let's go ahead and play with the rate. And again, when you dial it in, play with the rate and make it better. Let's go ahead and increase the rate so you start to hear the difference. Right now we're at 34. Let's put it at 44. Now it's kind of chorusy and warbly, right? I don't hear that in the tones. Let's bring the rate down. This is how I play with my settings, you know, until I got it right. This is before. Let's drop the rate to 24. Not bad. You may like it at 24 instead of 34. Let's try 14. Now you can pick any other number you want to. I'm just going in increments of 10. And then I can always go halfway. So remember, 34, 24, here it is at 14. Now it doesn't sound right to me. So I'm going to go back and go to 34. But if you want to try 30, 24 to 30, 30 to 34. Alright, so that is where I have it at. I have mine at 34. Play with your rate. Now you want to play with your depth, you can. I will go back to my 34. See, my depth is at 52. Let's try 62. This is how I tweak it to make it better or fix it. Number 52, 62, let's try 72. Again, chorusy, warbly, I don't want that. So, it was at 52, let's try 42. Remember we had it at 52? Let's try 42. You may like 42 better than the 52 where I have it. So real quick, when you get to your flanger, play with the rate and the depth. Don't worry about the manual and resonance. You may not have that. You may have two knobs or whatever, but pretty much the tone is anywhere in the rate and the depth. So add more rate and play with your depth or vice versa, alright? But that's where I have it right now. Alright, real quick, this is my delay. If I turn the delay off, I only add the delay for body. And just turn it off. My delay is at 450 milliseconds, 31 feedback. In this case for you, probably what, 10 o'clock? See, that's how you would look at it. My high cut is at flat. My effect level is at 82, but without the delay. Now the tone sounds pretty good without delay. I happen to add delay for the ambience because listen. Because remember, it's going to carry with the drums and the bass. And lastly, to round out this tone, see how quick and easy it is? There is my reverb. I'm using plate, reverb time at 3.0, high cut at 5.00, and my effect level is at 51. Again, play with your reverbs. You may have a ton of reverb types, spring, hall, room, whatever. I have plate, ambient, room, and hall. I just chose plate. Now, you really don't need reverb since you got all that delay. I like it both just because it's me. So. There's no reverb there, right? Let's put the reverb on. See if you hear a difference. There you have it. That is my icon flanger tone. You want to call it anything you like. Call it whatever you like. But I just happen to see on the screen, I just happen to call this tone my icon flanger tone. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you liked the tone. Again, tweak it. Your results will vary. For this guitar, I have DeMar's Super Distortion humbuckers. So you may have passive pickups or hotter pickups. So just remember that. Again, you don't have to have EQ with this tone. So if you don't have EQ or pedals and all that stuff, don't worry about it. Again, just play with your volume on your amp. And real quick to show you, look at my my levels, right? That's where you want to have it. You don't want to see those circles on the far right. But where those bars are, it's perfect. So as a rule of thumb, if you're going to turn the EQ off, turn your amp on, but make sure your bars are pretty much always right at the edge of the two circles without breaking up. Alright, that's it. I'm Tony. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this video with me. Alright, buddy. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.